adventurers, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Let's play with Zalcan. When last we left off, we are in Waking Sands. When last we left off, we were working on the main quest, and we were investigating disappearances of refugees and poor people, and also attacks by the Amalja, which are a beast tribe. And what we discovered was it looks like the two are connected. And there was a merchant who was selling off his own people to the Amalja to stop them from attacking his city. Now, what the Amalja were doing with these people, nobody knows. But yeah, it seemed pretty dark. So after we disguised ourselves as refugees and found him out. And now we're going back to talk to the lady in charge, Minfilia, and see what she's got to say. And maybe what the next step in the mission is. Alright, so let's get to it. Welcome back, Zalcan. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Most likely. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. That's a fantastic name, by the way. And he is a scholar of no small repute. He's a goblin. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalin, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Okay, so we explained to Minfilia about our little abduction situation, and looks like we're now being sent kind of on what I would call a side quest. All right. So we need to go to wherever this guy is and present him with the dagger. All right. Well, let's head out. And let's see. He is that away. We'll put on fast mode here. Okay. Mutamix bubbly pots. Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Do you happen to be able to improve this dagger? Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. I don't know what language these people are speaking. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes. Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Well, why, yes, I am. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrung as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. We should be doing this in some kind of really strange accent. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When ye attach a piece of materia to gear, ye imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger or yours from summit as would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? An Uplander best fill brain case with knowledge of crafty making. With knowledge of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowledge of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. So basically what all of that meant was this is where you come to learn how to actually like extract materia and attach materia yourself to your own gear, which we'll do that in a separate video to go over all the details of that. But pretty much what materia is I consider it to be Final Fantasy's version of like gemstones. Is that you pull energy out of an older piece of gear, you make a gemstone out of it. The gemstone has got some kind of buff, like it will buff one of your attributes, critical hit, determination, etc., etc. And then you can add so many gems to a piece of equipment. Like this piece of equipment, if you look on the lower right, you'll notice underneath the bonuses to attributes, there are two what looks like little gem slots, and those are the materia slots. So we're gonna head back to Minfilia right now, and because the rest of this basically becomes its own little side quest activity. All right, and let's see, where is the rest of the bay? Welcome back, Zalcan. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Why, yes it did. Mr. Bubbly Pots was very entertaining. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one only need look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Zalcan, so make it your ally. Now it's just time we discussed the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready. Alright. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust. Great. Also a great name. The false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Zalcan. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Okay. So, we're going to set a trap for the Amalja and see if we can capture them and find out what they're doing. Looks like he's in here. Flame Sergeant. Alright. You're Zalcan Kalani of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can only deploy a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Salkan. Let's make sure that it does. Alright. So the city is up north. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's up there. All right. Okay, here looks like the waiting spot. And of course, we've got the little shimmer here, so this is going to be a scenario. Alright, let's do it. Yes, level sync is in effect. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We'll make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. They seem to be ready for us. Ha 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 ha. Insert evil laugh here. Traitorous flame soldier. Insert evil laugh here. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha ha. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Put up your weapons, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Bring him. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Yeah. Okay. So we woke up in a cave type area. Let's see what we got here. Flame Sergeant, I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. Yeah, that's kind of what we thought was going on. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Bowl of Embers is now accessible. Okay, so they're going to offer us up to the god. Let's see. Appears the Amalja mean to make an offering of you and your companions to the primal Ifrit. If it must end, let it be with weapon in hand. Wait for the right moment and strike back at the beastmen. Challenge the Bowl of Embers with other players via the Duty Finder or with a party of NPCs via Duty Support. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and use the Duty Finder. And this is our first trial. Trials are like... They're kind of like a mini dungeon because it's still 4-man content, but it's just one boss. So... We're going to join the queue, and it looks like it's an 11-minute queue. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and we will unpause when we get into the fight. See you there. Okay, our trial has popped. So let's go. Now, most early on trials and dungeons, Lord of the Inferno, yes, so they're trying to call the bad guy. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Uh-oh. Well, he looks friendly. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those too as well. What? What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. Ah, the Amalja have double-crossed. None but servants of the Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of the unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Ow. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Oh, I see. They've basically made them into zombies. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Well, I do this thing where I have dreams. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frae mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear. Thou out of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine, O abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. I.e., if he can't make me into a zombie, he's going to make me go splat. Alright, boy. Okay, Ifrit, as far as the fight goes, pretty simple mechanics. Stay out of the fire. And then he does have one thing that he does is he summons... Oh, get out of that. There we go. He summons a nail. You have to kill it. If you don't kill it... well, then he kills your entire group. Alright. Nail is dead. That was basically the whole danger point of the fight. Yeah, got that. Our healer apparently likes standing in explosions. Okay. Ooh. What is this? I now have another crystal. Looks like I meant to collect all of them around the outer edge here. Pray forgive my lateness. Oh, it's Thancred. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja's zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent fool. Wow. He's good. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Zalkan. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. Hey, no problem, man. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. He doesn't look happy. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I anticipated, even if taking Ulda's interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the... What is that? 7th? That's the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We only have ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by our adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Well, with allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. All right. Well, let's go and see what Thancred has to say. Wow, that's not good. There you are, Zalcan. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived to be too late of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered... but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Zalcan. Nor did I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to me bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright, back to the Waking Sands. Maybe we can ask Thancred to go make us a sandwich. That would give him something to do to be useful. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Zalkan his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should have never had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. Oh. Chill out, Thancred. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Zalkan, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Actually, you were regaling her with your complaining. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, and yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar instances have been rife in both Limsa, Luminsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. It's kind of like the Force. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which the primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric convalescence, whatever, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected, basically turning them into zombies. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. It is though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they would deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Zalkan. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn of the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns those tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. So once they're made into zombies, there's no way to unzombify them. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Zalkan. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Well, that's pretty dark. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Sois would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Thancred needs to just take a chill pill. Okay. Well, what's the next thing? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of the reward, confirming to Ida and Papalymo that the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, and you will soon discover. I'm going to have to sign pictures. We have guests, Zalkan, or rather, you have guests. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Zalkan, your recent exploits have garnered the attentions of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. Oh. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is an evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Zalkan's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Kalani. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join our strength to your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensue that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Kalani. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let's see the grand vessel of Lominsa to the shores of glory. Well? Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure that you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts in this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. They're the armies. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense and tasked with its advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. So I can change groups whenever I want. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Really going after the compliments for Minfilia here. Very well. Let Zelkan hear our leader speak and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of a reward is enticing as itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of a great power, Zalkan, and with it you're capable of doing untold good. Yet know that the great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you'll be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. It's kind of like a cell phone. Eorzea is changing, Zalcan, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will praise you to the where and when the remembered services are due to take place. Okay. Well, I think this is probably a pretty good spot to end our play session for the day. So we figured out what was going on with the Amalja. They were summoning their god Ifrit and then feeding him abductees so that he could turn them into zombie worshippers. And so we tried to spring a trap. It backfired on us, and everybody that was in the little band that we were with that tried to spring the trap ended up being turned into zombies, but us, because we have the ability to resist that. So then we fought we fought Ifrit and defeated him, and due to the fact that we've now defeated a primal, it looks like the 3 grand companies of Eorzea are bidding for our services. So next time we will journey around to the 3 city-states and listen to leaders and see which one of these we're going to join. So I hope you've enjoyed the Let's Play today, and please do all the things. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day.